painting of a woman in Victorian dress. Looks like the kind of place where old men would read newspapers. If people still read newspapers anyway. Some vintage posters of a German crooner. Looks to be 50 years old. Some vintage posters of a German crooner. Looks to be 50 years old. Some vintage posters of a German crooner. Looks to be 50 years old. Looks comfortable. Shame I'm not here for fun. No. I've been walking nonstop for 2 straight nights in the snow. I don't want to see how I look. Joey, get in here.
You bellowed?
She looks kinda old-fashioned, even by my standards. No idea who that guy is. Doesn't look like anyone sat there for a long time. Is this a gin joint or a living room? All I'll see is a whole load of nothing.
Got a sec?
What is it this time?
You think they'd have coffee in a place like this?
Only with whiskey in it, maybe.
Relax, I'm here.
A trash dumpster covered in ice. That door has got to lead back to the street. It's a rag sticking out of a dumpster. A fire escape ladder.
Get out of there, darling. It's closing time.
What's up? The gate is locked.
Hey, Peter?
Hey man, what can I do for you?
Do you know anyone named Ray?
Sorry, I don't.
So I'm told that you give personal training sessions.
Yeah, you interested?
I sure am.
Well, I don't have the time right now, but I can probably pencil you in. Just gotta check the schedule outside. How about next Tuesday, say 11 a.m.?
Sure, I think I can swing that.
Great. Here's my number in case you need to reschedule. You got a phone?
No, well, I'll just remember it.
Okay. 646-555-0425.
Thanks.
Great. See you then. And by the way, when you come to our session, don't wear a suit. Hey, this is Peter. You know what to do.
Officer Palmer?
Yeah. What can I do for you?
could you look up another phone number for me?
I suppose I can, within reason.
I'm trying to track down someone who Leah knew. The number is 646-555-0425.
Alright, give me a second. That phone is registered to a unit in Murray Hill. Here's the address.
Well, I'd better go. Thanks for the help.
Sure.
The front door. It's locked. Typical. I probably shouldn't talk to Joey here.
Coming. Yeah.
Who are you?
Who's asking?
I'm a friend of Peter's.
So?
So I was hoping we could talk about him?
Funny. I was hoping to be left alone tonight. Guess who wins?
Why is nobody ever happy to see me?
Dunno. It can't be your copious amount of social grace. It's a painting of a young woman. No idea who she is. I can't smell them, but even I can tell those flowers are fake. She looks like she stopped caring about anything years ago. A painting of a country home, some kind of farm maybe? Looks quaint in any case. After seeing the state of this joint, Red's place doesn't seem so bad.
Bingo. The case number is listed in this file. It belongs to a Maggie Fielding. It appears she was picked up in the raid on the Carth house. She was brought in for an emergency detox and forced to go into rehab. It lists one known family member, a brother, Peter Fielding. Maggie and Peter are brother and sister.
Coming. You again? What is it this time?
I'm looking into Peter Fielding's death. Did you know him?
Look, I'm done talking about Peter. I've got my own problems. Just leave me alone.
Charming woman, like a hedgehog, but without the winning personality.
Coming. You again? What is it this time?
I'm working with the police.
And?
And I need to ask you a few things.
I've already told the cops everything. I wasn't there. Just leave me alone. Coming. You again? What is it this time?
We really need to talk. It's very important.
Well, I really need to get to watching this movie. We all have stuff to do. Coming. You again? What is it this time?
This is Peter Fielding's apartment. Why are you living here?
Because I do? Now, please leave. Coming. You again? What is it this time?
You're Peter's sister, Maggie, right?
Sure. Fine. You got me.
Why couldn't you just tell me that before?
Because I'm trying to get healthy, working through the program, admitting I have a problem, just like my sponsor says. All that is the first step. I'm still working on the rest. Talking about Peter? That's step 5. I'm not ready. It's nothing personal. I just need to avoid thinking about him for a while.
And you're doing that by living in his apartment.
It's just temporary. I have nowhere else to go. And besides, what difference does it make? He's gone. He had a stupid accident, and now he's gone.
That's just it, Maggie. It might not have been an accident.
No. Whatever you're thinking, no. I need this to be over, you understand?
Then we need to talk. You can call your sponsor if you want to.
Screw my sponsor. Let's do this. So, talk.
What do you know about Peter's death?
Just what I was told. That he was fixing a light bulb and fell off the ladder. I remember thinking it was a pretty stupid way to go, especially for him.
How do you mean?
Did you know the guy? He was obsessed with health. To die just falling off a ladder? I always thought he'd outlive the world.
Why is Peter such a sore subject with you?
That's between me and him, or his ghost, or whatever.
It might help to talk about it.
I'm still working through the program. Talking about it is step number 5. I'm not ready for it yet.
Could you tell me about your father? He opened the gym, right?
Sure.
Could you tell me anything else about him?
If you want to know about him, you'll have to ask him yourself. Here's his address. He's always home.
Can't you tell me anything about your father?
I told you. Ask him yourself.
So, what are you watching?
I don't know. Some animated thing. Not normally into cartoons, but the ratings say it's good.
Is it?
I guess. They changed the main character's voice after the first episode, but it's not bad. Keeps my mind off, well, the stuff you keep bringing up.
Have you ever heard of the Grace Group?
What, those circle jerk meetings my brother went to?
You know about it.
Yeah, I know about it. Peter was a mess before he joined that group. If you ask him, he would say it helped him find himself.
Did it?
Who knows? I thought it was a cult. Might have been better if it was.
Why's that?
Look, never mind. Peter found himself. Good for him. I just have to focus on myself.
Do you know a Father Michael Cooper?
Look, I don't need a priest. I don't need to be saved. I just need to get healthy.
I'm not asking you to see him. I'm asking if you know him.
Oh, no, I don't know him.
Do you know Tanya Corsi?
Well, I know she's on TV. Or was. Didn't she die?
Yes. She was a member of your brother's gym.
Really? You'd think she'd be working out in some fancy spa. Not my brother's crappy place. Wait, are you saying there's a connection?
No, I'm just looking into it.
Huh. Pete and Tanya Corsi. Now there's an image.
Have you ever heard the name Benjiro?
Benjiro? No. Sounds Japanese or something.
How long was Peter working at the gym?
About 20 years? Never thought he'd do it.
Why?
Don't know. He seemed to drift around for a long time. He was a teacher, waiter, construction worker, you name it. Then one day, he decides that taking over Dad's gym is what he has to do. Now the gym is a neighborhood staple. Made it more popular than Dad ever did. Good for him, I guess.
Do you know a woman named Heather Goffstein?
Nope, never heard of her.
Do you know anyone named Ray?
I'm sure I might, but I can't think of anyone.
Tell me about yourself.
Opening up is step number 5. I am nowhere near ready yet.
Well, I'd better get going.
Sure, you know the way.
Wait, this is Greenwood Cemetery. It's a little structure overlooking the lake.
Got a sec?
What is it?
Funny that we've never been to a graveyard before. I mean, considering.
Not really. Spooks generally avoid thinking about death. But in a place like this, it's hard to think about anything but.
Any ideas?
Didn't Maggie give you an address? We should probably check that out.
Maggie doesn't seem all that eager to talk to me.
Don't take it personally, sweetheart. I don't think she's eager to talk to anybody. Quaint little thing, I guess. She doesn't look nervous to be here. I suppose it says something that this isn't the spookiest place we've ever been. Get over here, I got something to say.
Yeah.
Man, I hate places like this. Let's just do what we need to do and get out of here. Maggie couldn't be more different from her brother. Wonder what happened to them. I get the feeling I didn't grill Heather enough. I should talk to her some more.
He looks on edge. I don't think he likes being in places like this. This tombstone is faded and hard to read. Connor Fielding is Maggie Fielding's father. Connor Fielding is the father of Maggie and Peter. He's dead and buried at Greenwood Cemetery. Officer Palmer?
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Do you have any information on a Maggie Fielding?
Let me check. Maggie Fielding. Yeah, she was picked up in a raid not too long ago.
A raid?
A drug den in Chelsea. Some dump called the Carth House.
I know it.
Huh. Of course you do.
Anything else?
Just that she and about a dozen others were sent to the hospital for a detox. They were processed and let go.
That's it?
That's it.
Is there anything in the system about a Connor Fielding? He died about 20 years ago.
Let's see. Our records from back then are a bit spotty, but can't hurt to check. No, nothing comes up, but it's a very common name. Is there anything specific you can tell me about him?
He was in the Army.
Oh, then there might be something in the Veterans Association records.
Aren't those public?
Not everything. But fortunately for you, I can access everything. Okay. Archived records. Connor Fielding. Ah, seriously?
What's wrong?
Idiots. They had no idea how to archive data back then. I can only look them up by service number. You don't know it, do you?
I don't. Sorry.
Well, once you know it, let me know.
Well, I'd better go. Thanks for the help.
Sure.
Huh. Locked. Joey, could you come out here?
You bellowed?
Hi there.
Hello again, mister. What brings you by?
You're Tanya Corsi, aren't you?
I knew you'd get it. That's me, Tanya Corsi, host of the Good Morning Show on Channel 11. Now all the mystery is gone.
Do you know anything about a self-help organization called the Grace Group?
Grace Group? No, I haven't. Sorry.
Do you know a Michael Cooper?
I don't. Sorry.
So, Tanya, tell me about yourself.
You want to get to know the real Tanya Corsi. The Tanya that you don't read about in the tabloids and magazines?
If you let me.
I barely know you, Mr. Malone. Although if you swing by more often, you might learn a thing or two.
Does the name Benjiro ring any bells?
Benjiro? Is that Japanese?
I believe so.
Sorry, I don't know anyone named Benjiro.
So, I heard you go to Peter Fielding's gym.
I do. Or rather, I did. After what happened to him, I just couldn't.
You mean his...
Death? Yes. So senseless.
Do you know a Heather Goffstein?
No. No, I don't. Sorry.
Do you know anyone named Ray?
Ray? Is that all you got?
I think Ray might be involved in prostitution. Ring any bells?
That's more of a late-night news kind of story. I'm early morning. We're all about the rainbows and sunshine.
Do you know Maggie Fielding, Peter's sister?
Sorry, no.
Do you know a Connor Fielding?
Sorry, no.
Well, Tanya, I have to get going, but I'll see you around.
Ta.
Ghost, remember? No touching. It says, I know about Heather, and it's signed by someone named Jay. No good. The rug's too thick.
Ugh, coming. Oh, sure, come on in.
So your father is dead.
Yep.
Why didn't you just say that instead of sending me to the cemetery?
The only person to visit Dad was Peter, and he can't do that anymore. I figured Dad could use the company.
Really?
No, not really. I told you, there are things I can't talk about yet.
You said Peter visited the cemetery.
Once a year, on the anniversary of Dad's death. Peter was a damn saint.
Could you excuse me for just a sec? My shoe is untied.
Sure, I guess.
Thanks.
Smooth.
Can you tell me about your father?
He died over 20 years ago. I don't see how it's relevant to Pete.
Well, I'd better get going.
Sure, you know the way.
That picture frame fell off the wall. Nobody's picked it up yet. There we go. Nobody can say I don't do anything nice. Her name is Tanya Corsi. She's the ghost we saw on George's roof. It's a calendar with personal training bookings marked on it. It's just a number on the calendar. The month is written at the top in dry erase marker. The marker is attached to the board. It looks like they use it to mark the date on this calendar. She looks pretty busy. That treadmill looks like it's on its last legs. No way I'm getting on it. Just watching it makes me feel tired. I'm not exactly dressed for a workout. She looks pretty busy. It's the ladies' locker room. I don't need to use the locker room. I'm not here to work out. The men's locker room. Best I not go in there.